Hi everyone, welcome to my first YouTube video. I already tried to film this once and my phone overheated, so we're trying it again. I'm doing one pile today and I've already chose the cards off camera to save time and to save my phone from overheating. When I was doing automatic writing this morning, asking Spirit, what does the collective need to know right now? The words that I was given was transformation and something new. So let's go ahead and start the reading. Okay, so the first card is Starseed, what lights you up? Which is actually pretty perfect because if the reading was about transformation, or I guess is about transformation, Spirit is saying, what makes you happy? What brings you joy in life? I also think it's really interesting that in this card, the woman is on the precipice. She's on the edge and there's like the universe behind her. Almost as if Spirit is saying, the world is at your feet. You're in this new beginning and the world is at your feet. So what lights you up? What brings you joy in your life? Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? I love this because this is actually my favorite card in the deck. It's Mother Mary. Mother Mary has like a real deep connection with her, and I hope that if you're here too, that you also have a deep connection with her. I think sometimes we don't put enough attention into what we need. We may be helping everyone else, and maybe we don't leave enough time for ourselves. I see the blossoming roses in this card, and I just think, are we not allowing ourselves to blossom into our potential? Are we holding ourselves back? Okay, the third card is Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Maybe teaching is something that you're feeling being called to. Maybe you're another person that feels compelled by Spirit to start a YouTube channel, like me. Fourth card is Align Your Life. What is not aligned or needs to change? I think this is also another one of those, we're in this point in our lives, we're in this moment of transformation, and we have to make the decision of what stays and what goes. What are we becoming more aligned to in our transformation? Sophia, divine plan, intelligence within, destiny. Yeah, whatever this thing that lights you up, it's part of your destiny. It's part of your plan. The reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. I think this card is saying you're reuniting, first of all, with your higher self, with your soul self, and whatever this divine plan is, this new transformation you're experiencing. But you're also finding other people that share in the same values as yourself. Maybe some of the things that are no longer aligned with you are the people that are in your life. Maybe you've let go of relationships. Release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. I mean, there it is. Spirit was just like, we're just gonna literally give you the word transformation. So you may also find yourself in this weird transition moment where your old life is like ending and your new life is beginning, and like one cycle's ending, one cycle's beginning, and you're just in this in between, and you're kind of waiting, like, what do I do? The return, a new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. So just another reminder of, like, to understand this transformation, to get clarity on the subject, you have to take the time to go inside yourself and meditate and just sit with yourself. Some of the things that I like to do to get into that transformative state is I like to pray the rosary. It really helps me just calm my mind and like stop the racing thoughts, and then it helps me to connect with Mother Mary and the angels. Okay, so next card is Ace of Wands. Sorry for the glare from the light. Yeah, Ace of Wands, it's creativity. Wands are about passion. I feel like in this particular version of the Ace of Wands, like, creativity is like exploding from the fire, and there's so many options available. Maybe it's painting or journaling or writing or going on an adventure, traveling. It almost feels like she's conjuring it up in this fire. Like music. There's also music there. Maybe you're a singer. Maybe you compose music. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this particular knight, has his little carpenter bag, his little work bag with a hammer, and to me that means, get to work. Your transformation is here. It's here. Get to work. But the Knight of Pentacles, though, is about slow and steady work. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is emotionally fulfilled. I mean, she's fertile. I think it's interesting in this particular one that all these little fish are jumping at her, and maybe that's your audience. Maybe if you're a teacher or a mystic. And I also noticed the little dolphins in the background of the card, and I think that's another nod to like choosing joy, choosing happiness. I don't know if you can see it. Choosing joy, choosing happiness, choosing things that light you up, and the little broom in the card is another reminder to get rid of all those things that do not align that do not align with those values in your life. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she does what she wants. She follows her passions. I like that there's a dragon in this card, almost like an example of her power. That she's just kind of like hanging out on the dragon's tail, kind of like Game of Thrones, Mother of Dragons. There's also a little hummingbird in this card that I have never noticed before. And that kind of reminds me that, for me anyway, hummingbirds remind me of my grandmother. And it reminds me that, like, your ancestors are with you. People that you love on the other side are with you. They're supporting you through this transformation. Hanged Man. Yeah, you may feel stuck right now. Maybe you can sense this transformation happening, but you don't know what to do yet. You don't have the clarity, or you don't feel like you have the clarity, and you're just kind of stuck. Your energy is stuck. You're just kind of hanging in one spot. Ten of Swords. Yeah, to me this means the cycle's over. This is the end. This is the Ten of Swords. In this particular Ten of Swords, I feel like this one really shows the fact that it is a end of a cycle and a beginning of a cycle, because in the background of the card, it's like there's a dawn, the dawning of a new day. If I can find the camera. Well, I'll just take my word for it. the sun's coming up. It's like the dawning of a new day. And also this person here is like running away, not helping her. And maybe that's another indication of leaving people in the past that are not there for us, not there to support us. Maybe you have like a narcissist in your life. Someone that's always taking from you but never giving back, never offering you support. And that cycle is ending. 10 of Cups. I think it's kind of neat that Spirit's like, not only is this cycle ending, but the new cycle that's coming, you're just jumping right to it. Like, you don't have to go through another big cycle to get to this 10 of Cups, to get to this emotional fulfillment, this happiness. Like, maybe the last cycle you were in was really awful, and it lasted years even. And I think Spirit's just trying to say, this new cycle, it's not going to be like that. Like, this is going to be the good one. This is going to be the one that you fulfill your destiny. Things are coming into alignment. Like, you've done a lot of hard work, and you're ready. You're ready for this new cycle. 7 of Cups. And I think this is just a reminder of, what do you want? Going back to this very first card, what lights you up? Like, what do you want? Spirit says just pick the thing that lights you up, and don't worry about it, and we'll bring you to this 10 of Cups. Yeah, the Star. I love that. It's like next card. The Star, it's like wish fulfilled. Also, she's like, in this card, she's like working with heaven and earth. So maybe that's you. Maybe whatever you're destined to do, maybe you're also working in the spiritual world. Next card is the Empress. Yeah, I just heard in my head, it's yours, baby. So whatever it is you've been wishing for, with the Star and the Empress, it's yours. You can make it happen. This is like a fertile period in your life. And maybe even if you're trying to have a baby, and maybe that's been a hard cycle for you. I know in my personal life I've gone through a lot of infertility and miscarriages. And maybe that's something that you've experienced in your life and you didn't think it was going to happen for you, but I feel like Spirit's saying to try again. You know, just try this time. Like, the door's open this time. 9 of Pentacles. Or maybe that thing that you want is your own business, to step out on your own. I feel like in this particular 9 of Pentacles, this woman's like empowered. Like, she's sitting under her harvest and she's relaxing, and maybe she worked hard that day, and now she's like relaxing with wine and a book. And this 9 of Pentacles, it also kind of makes me think of the original Queen of Wands we had, where she's just in her power, chilling under the tree. Like, the fruit in the tree looks ripe. It like matches the fruit from the Empress card. Like, this person is just abundant and fertile, and things are just manifesting in their life. Last tarot card is Page of Cups, which is start that project, start that creative project. The thing that's inside your head that you keep thinking about as I'm doing this reading, start it. Like, this YouTube channel, for instance, this was something that, man, I have been thinking about for a year, and even though I am incredibly nervous right now, and I'm sure you can tell, I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna start it. I'm gonna see how it goes. And maybe there's something that you're afraid to start, or you've always felt held back by something, and now it's time to just like release those fears. Again, what is not aligned or needs to change? And your fears can be a part of that. Like those shadows that have followed you. Maybe it's time to release those and just go for it. Just go for the thing that brings you happiness. If you are a headphone user, I apologize for the shuffling. Oh, well, that one just... I'm going to take this one. Dietary change. Volunteer. Take this one. Changing your mind. For me, dietary change, particularly about this subject, is I noticed in the past couple months, as I've been releasing a lot, that I've been wanting to eat cleaner, wanting to eat more vegetables. I feel like our bodies go through a lot in this process that we don't even realize, that things that we just don't quite understand. Maybe even I'm trying to get rid of that glare, but it's just not happening. But yeah, just support your body. What does your body need? Maybe you need to drink more water. I know I'm really, really bad about drinking water. So, as you're going through this transformation into this new cycle, just support your body. Back to that Mother Mary card. Like, are you nourishing yourself? And with volunteer, maybe this is something you're doing that you're doing just for fun. You're doing it to give back. You just feel compelled to do it, kind of like starting this YouTube channel. And changing your mind, this card, the third card, I feel like that's just Spirit saying, it's okay to change your mind. Like maybe even you started something a year ago and it's no longer in alignment and you just feel stuck and you've put so much work into it that you don't want to give it up even though it's not working. And even though you want to change your mind and do something else, this is like your permission that, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and change your mind and do that thing that's calling to you. Okay, I'll pull from this deck. Oh. Release the old and rest. Another card about releasing everything in the past, everything that'll hold you back, all the things that may be keeping you in that stuck energy. And time to reflect. Time to reflect on those things that need to be released. Shaman, trust in higher forces. Yeah, trust in your higher self, trust in your guides, trust in your guardian angel, maybe people on the other side that you go to for support. Know that you're protected during this time, during this change. I mean, this is a time where you can just feel extremely vulnerable. You're in just like a really vulnerable place in life, and maybe you don't even want to tell anybody about it. Maybe like you're just going through it in your head and you haven't even spoken about it. I feel like Spirit right now is saying to pray, to just pray with them, and they'll offer you support through this change. This is from the Mother Mary deck. Our Lady of Becoming. I'm going to get the book for this one. Here it is. Number 3. My beloved child, you're a divine flower preparing to bloom. Oh, I love that. You belong in the divine garden and you will blossom into radiance. I have declared it and it will be so. Oh, remember? Oh, what did I do with those cards? Remember the card we had with the Mother Mary and the blossoming flowers? Oh, I love that. You shall thrive and be nourished into life. Your uniqueness and beauty shall not be hidden from the world. This is your destiny, and it will be. It's really beautiful. I'm like getting teary-eyed. You may have a sense that deep within you there is so much more that appears to be on the surface, much more than what others can see. Even if you consider yourself an open book, so to speak, sense that within there is something more of you yet to be. It may be a role that you are yet to fulfill, perhaps that a lover, a spouse, or a parent, or even a teacher or healer. It may be a talent that you sense within that you have not fully developed as yet for any number of reasons. It might even be a feeling that you're meant to live or work in another country. I feel like, did I say something about traveling? It may be that you are to meet your soul tribe in the flesh this lifetime, that community in which you feel you truly belong. Ugh, I love when like all these cards come together. Reunion, collaboration, partnership, friendship. I'm glad I didn't put these cards away. The community in which you feel you truly belong, where you are loved and accepted just as you are. It might even be that you sense held within you a version of yourself that is more confident, expressive, honest, without shame, and lovingly accepting and wise. This oracle comes to you with a message of grace and divine blessing from Mother Mary, that which you sense within, that unfolding destiny of which you dream, will be. Yes, beloved, it is time to believe, to act with a sense of inevitability rather than hopeful fantasy. This is not a time to hold back and compromise on what is possible, but to surrender the how to the Divine Mother and allow her to assist you in becoming what you are deep within. No matter whether you feel that this becoming is spiritual or mundane, anything that fulfills your heart is important for your own soul destiny, whether it seems obviously spiritual in nature or not. For Mother Mary to support you most easily into becoming your fullness, you're going to have to trust yourself sometimes, even above the messages or opinions of your loved ones, well-meaning as they may be. This doesn't mean that you cannot seek advice or get help. On the contrary, the Mother will often nudge you towards those that can assist you, but you will know when another is helping you find your own light or attempting to have you follow their light instead. In the latter, you are perhaps learning a valuable lesson, but in time you must come back to your own inner light, for no one else can be the unique expression of the divine that you are. No one can live your destiny for you. You have a role and a purpose upon this earth that cannot be replaced. We all must become what we are as fully and completely as our heart can dare. Mother Mary asks that we call upon her to become all that we are through her grace and guidance. This oracle comes to you at a time when you may be uncertain of your future, about what is happening within you, or even whether or not anything is happening at all. You ask to surrender your concerns into Mother Mary's care and to take a step, any step, that feels right for you. It might be enrolling in a class or doing a yoga practice. Your step might be to say yes to a social event or to purchase and read a book that has been drawing your interest. I think that's interesting because of the Nine of Pentacles she was reading in that card. Or maybe you're thinking of that, maybe you're also being called to write a book. Becoming requires energy. We do not have to throw ourselves mercilessly into endless activity or become anxious that we must do something even whilst we do not exactly know what we are supposed to be doing. Those approaches would discharge our energy rather than build it. Instead, we can take steps that feel loving, one day at a time, trusting nudges, knowing that they are the loving prompts of the Divine Mother herself as she nurtures us into fullness of being. I mean, didn't that just kind of wrap up the whole reading? I mean, that's kind of amazing, actually. Yeah, I mean, whatever you're feeling called to do right now, if you feel like you're at the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, this is it. Just dive in, take the next step, do whatever you want to do that's been on your heart recently. Thank you guys. Thank you for my very first reading and for putting up with the bad audio and the and everything. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're seeing this. Thanks.